Hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is Kai and in today's video I will be discussing my personal top 10 tips that I wish I knew before starting my journey in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. These tips will help maximize your experience within the game to make you a Pokemon master. If this is your first time here, be sure to subscribe and turn on the notifications to stay up to date with the best source for Pokemon information on the internet. Without further ado guys, let's get straight into the video. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet takes on an open world experience. You, as the player, can explore the world and tackle any of the 3 tasks given to you, in any order you desire. One of the tasks include the classic gym challenge, where the player must explore the region of Paldea and defeat the 8 gym leaders within the region. However, level scaling is non-apparent within this generation, and wandering off into the wrong town and taking on a gym meant for a stronger team can lead to an imbalance of your progression. In order to avoid messing up your progression, head over to a Pokemon Center and interact with the nurse that works there. Here you may ask for assistance, in which the nurse will advise you on the correct course of direction. Again, you may decide whether or not to listen to her advice, but this is a useful tool nonetheless for those wanting some sense of direction. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, like previous games in this series, include technical machines, TMs for short, that allow players to teach their Pokemon special moves that normally they cannot learn through level up. These TMs are scattered throughout the Paldea region and players must search far and wide in order to collect them all. In addition to this, Nintendo have included the mechanic of TMs breaking after use. However, they have also introduced a new mechanic that encourages players to explore the world and gather materials, which can then be used to craft TMs. These materials can be obtained by defeating wild Pokemon, with an average of 3 to 5 materials obtained per defeated Pokemon. This new mechanic adds a layer of depth and incentivizes the player to engage with the game world and seek out materials in order to craft TMs. Game Freak is known for introducing new mechanics in their games. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet is no exception. One new feature that we would like to highlight is the Let's Go feature, which is introduced to players within the first few minutes of gameplay. This feature allows players to quickly execute battle sequences without engaging in the traditional Pokemon battles. This can be useful for players looking to farm materials and gain experience points more passively during their adventure. Although it should be noted that the experience gain is slightly reduced to balance the feature, overall the Let's Go feature is a useful addition to Pokemon Scarlet and Violet that offers players a more streamlined and efficient way to engage in battle. The new Picnic feature allows players to make sandwiches that give them different abilities in the game. For example, the Egg Power Sandwich increases the player's chances of finding Pokemon eggs, while the Catching Power Sandwich makes it more likely that catches will succeed, the XP Point Power Sandwich boosts the amount of experience points gained, and the Item Drop Power Sandwich increases the materials found after battles. The Raid Power Sandwich also improves rewards from Terra Raid battles. In addition, the Title Power Sandwich increases the chances of finding Pokemon with titles, and the Sparkling Power Sandwich increases the likelihood of finding shiny Pokemon. The Humongo Power Sandwich makes it more likely to find large Pokemon, and the Teensy Power Sandwich increases the chances of finding small Pokemon. Finally, the Encounter Power Sandwich increases the chances of encountering specific types of Pokemon. For more information on breeding or isolating specific Pokemon for shiny hunting or for your general Dex completion, be sure to check out the videos pinned in the description. Pokemon Scarlet Violet raids can be found all over the map and are marked with symbols that you can see on the screen here. These raids range in difficulty from 1 to 6 stars, with 5 and 6 being the hardest standard raids and 7 star typically reserved for event raids being the greatest challenge. These raids offer the opportunity to catch Pokemon that are not normally found in the wild, such as Gengar, which can only be obtained through trade evolution. However, these raids do not allow players to catch opposite version exclusive Pokemon, but players can invite friends who own the opposite version to join a raid and catch the Pokemon themselves. Yes, with their OTs. For example, if you own Pokemon Scarlet, you can invite a friend who owns Violet to join your Tyranitar raid. Tyranitar is a Scarlet exclusive, but your buddy can assist you in defeating the Pokemon and catch it themselves. Upon defeating a raid Pokemon, players have a 100% chance to catch the Pokemon in any ball you throw at it, and you may also receive additional items. These include experience candies, technical machines, or other rare items like ability patches. In simple terms, a Terra type will change a Pokemon's offensive typing, but will add to its types defensively. This makes Terrestrialization most effective as a defensive strategy in most cases. As an example, let's look at the Flying Terra type Pikachu, available as an early purchase bonus. Pikachu's normal typing is Electric, which is super effective against water and flying, but not very effective against Electric, Grass and Dragon, and does no damage to ground type Pokemon. However, when terrestrialized into Flying type, Pikachu becomes a Flying type, which is strong against Grass, Fighting and Bug, but weak to Electric, Rock and Steel. This Flying Pikachu will still be unable to use Electric type moves against the ground type Pokemon, but is now no longer weak to Grass and Dragon types. It will also now have a same type attack bonus for flying moves, but will not lose its same type attack bonus for electric moves. If you have any questions about terrestrialization, please leave a comment below. In Pokémon Scarlet and Violet, there are certain stats that are not immediately visible to the player called effort values. EVs for short, and each EV point earned by a Pokémon can improve one of its 6 stats, being HP, Attack, Defense, Special Attack, Special Defense, or Speed. It is important to note that no Pokémon can have more than 510 EVs, and no single stat can have more than 252 EVs. The process of intentionally improving a Pokémon's EV stat is known as EV training, and can help make a Pokémon even stronger or cover up its weaknesses. While this can be a fun way for experienced players to get more out of the game, it is not recommended for beginners unless they are particularly interested in optimizing their Pokémon team. To see a rough distribution of a Pokémon's EVs, players can follow the following steps. Press the X button to open your menu, select Boxes, choose a Pokémon whose stats you want to see, select Check Summary, go to the Moves and Stats tab by pressing the right button on the D-pad once, press L, check the yellow chart that appears in place of the blue one. This chart will show the current distribution of EVs for the selected Pokémon. If a stat reaches the maximum 252 EVs, it will be indicated by a small sparkle. When the Pokémon has reached a total of 510 EVs, the chart will turn light blue, indicating that EV training is no longer possible for that Pokémon. There are various ways to gain EVs or change a Pokémon's current EVs. For more information, check out the detailed training guide that is available in the description. To relearn an old move in Pokémon Scarlet and Violet, you can follow the following steps. If you open the summary page on the Pokémon you want to modify, go to the moves list and press the Y button, you can choose the option to remember old moves from the menu that appears. You can also use TMs to teach your Pokémon new moves, or choose to forget a move if you no longer want it. In addition, you can give nicknames to any Pokémon you have caught as often as you like on the summary screen. If you have a traded Pokémon that does not already have a nickname, you can also change it to your liking, but only once. One of the new features in these games is the updated Pokedex, which contains information on all of the Pokemon in the region. In addition to providing data on each Pokemon, the Pokedex can be used to help you locate specific Pokemon that you are trying to catch. To do this, simply open the Pokedex and look for the Pokemon you are interested in. If it is highlighted in the Pokedex, it means that the Pokemon can be found in a specific area of the game. As long as you have access to that area, you should be able to catch the Pokemon and add it to your collection. Using the Pokedex in this way can be a useful tool for completing your Pokemon collection and can make it easier to track down specific Pokemon that you are looking for. So be sure to take advantage of this feature as you play through Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. In Pokémon Scarlet and Violet, players have the opportunity to explore an open world environment and encounter a wide variety of Pokémon. This allows you, as the player, to build your team with the specific Pokémon in which you desire, as long as you have access to the area where that Pokemon can be found. However, it is important to be aware of the level scaling in the game, as some Pokemon may be significantly higher level than your team. In this case, it is recommended to save the game before attempting to catch a high level Pokemon, and you may reset if you are unsuccessful in capture. Another option is to breed the high level Pokemon with a Ditto to produce an egg that can be hatched into a lower level version of the same Pokemon. Alternatively, players can simply progress through the game and earn gym badges, which will cause all Pokemon to obey you regardless of their level. Thank you for watching this guide on Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. We hope that you found it helpful and that you are now more equipped to build the perfect team and navigate through the new open world experience. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on those post notifications to stay up to date with our content. We have a lot more tips and tricks to share and we can't wait to help you become a Pokemon Master. Thanks again for watching and we'll see you in the next one. Bye bye for now.